in those seats. Yeah.
Get on the wooden sit on the chairs, please.
I was 15 when my dad died. They said it quietly, like if they whispered it, it wouldn't be true. But it was. That day, my world stopped moving. But people still talked, cars still passed, the clock still ticked, and yet everything felt wrong. Like time had forgotten how to breathe. This room, these chairs, it's where I come to try and make sense of it, to remember, to let it all out, because for years I didn't. I smiled when people said you were so strong. 10 hours who came when I was standing in the wreckage of my own silence. There's something strange about loss. It doesn't end when the funeral does. It lingers in every empty chair, every unanswered question, every what if that echoes at 3 a.m. And no matter how much time passes, I'm still there. That 15-year-old kid on an ordinary afternoon when everything changed. "7 a.m. my alarm clock blares. It's another Monday morning, another day at school, and everything feels normal as I get ready and rush down the stairs. It's 25th of January 2016. My mum's birthday. There's no time for presents. Just a quick shout goodbye as I rush out the door. Bye, Mum. Two o'clock. I'm sat in science class. There's an hour left. Physics mocks revision when there's a knock at the door. There's a whisper. "Tom, Mr. Herring needs to speak to you outside." The class roars, "Oh, Tom's in trouble!" I laugh along, but inside there's panic. I need to take him home. In mum's school. What? Why? No answer. I sit in my teacher's car, a car I'd never been in before. Nothing feels normal. Why was I going home? 2:15. We pull up to my street. He knocks on the door. Mum answers. Tears. Reddened eyes. Silence where her birthday should be. 2:20. The teacher leaves. I step inside my own house and it no longer feels like mine. The leather sofa. Our support worker sitting close. Mum steps forward. Her voice breaking. "Tom, it's your dad." Time stops. The clock ticks no more. Dad is dead. Dad is dead. That was the moment my world broke. The boy that went to school that morning, he never came home. Only the shell of him did. Suicide. I was 15 years old when my dad took his own life. Nothing could repay him for that pain. It hurts almost as if he'd been stabbed with a knife. In a world where we preach that there's always support, why was suicide his final thought? When my dad died, a piece of me died too. You see, I was angry for a long time. I was hoping it wasn't true. But suicide isn't something new. Suicide is the world's most dangerous thief. Suicide is leaving thousands like me drowning, battling against the waves of this grief.
I can't move. No, I'm serious. I can't move. I think my blankets are holding me down like they've got something to prove. Point to me. To show how weak I am. I know I have that essay to write. I need to turn off the light and make what's wrong right, but I can't keep up the fight because these blankets have a mind of their own. They twist around my infinitely heavy body as I just lay on my phone. What am I supposed to do? Push back? Get on the attack? Oh, cut me some slack. It's been a long day. I'm tired, that's what I'll say. You know, tired from all the other laying in bed that I've been doing. Isn't it crazy how this alone is keeping me from pursuing my one passion to try to fill what I'm lacking? I'm sorry, but my mind is blanking. I wish I could talk to you, but my soul is vacant. They say it often comes as a pit in your stomach, but I think it's more like a seed that plummets. And then it grows a tree, spreading this through my limbs. It starts in my chest, but then it spreads to my heart and makes quick work of me, cutting me apart, and it spreads to my shoulders. Tenses them up, yet weighs them down like boulders. As I write this, it spreads down my arms to my fingers. I can feel the alarms, but it all still lingers. It gets harder to hold this pen up. As it eats me up, I reach for the water in my cup. Maybe I'm just dehydrated. That's what I'll tell myself. Blame it outwardly. That should help, because certainly I can't feel this. I can still smile a broken clock, but yeah, I can still tick every once in a while. My laugh can still fill the air like a toxic chemical. Don't get too close or it might poison you. Be careful. Because it must be her fault or his fault or their fault, but not mine. Please read my mind. Because I can't speak. And I can't move.
I stood in darkness, drowning in silence. The emptiness whispers, every breath a weight. I struggle to stay afloat, the water pulls me under. This was the descent. Dive into darkness that I did not yet understand. After that day, I wore a mask. A mask made of jokes and laughter. To protect from the silence that came echoing after. I wore it like I wore armor. I painted a smile to distract from disaster. It was stitched with habits too tough to cut. I wore it to dinner, to his funeral, even to bed. The mask never slept, even when I did. I wore it so long that I forgot how I looked without it. After that day, after that knock at the door, the words no child should hear, silence slept in. And it wasn't the silence that brought peace. It was the silence that screamed. Dear Dad, at first I struggled to believe it when Mum told me you were dead. I thought it was all a nightmare, stuck on repeat inside my head. Life without you is, well, it's shit. Why did you have to die? Did you even think about me as you left this world behind? These questions, they're constantly on my mind. You left us. I didn't even have the chance to say goodbye. Please, Dad. I would do anything to bring you back. I would die just to see you again. I sit and I write, please, the ink flowing from the pen, but no one can help me now. My world has turned to black. Today I didn't feel like leaving my bed. starting to realise why he decided to leave. Each day is exhausting. I struggle to breathe. Maybe life would be better if I was dead. The day after my dad died, I went back to school. I guess I was hoping for some sort of normality amongst all of this chaos that was going on. I sat by my lockers, just watching as people walked past, staring. Everyone just looking at me. Some stopping to ask, "Tom, are you okay?" Or "I'm sorry." The next hour they'd gone back to whatever drama was going around the school, but I was there, just stuck, frozen in the moment. I'm here. Yes, I'm not here. They laugh. They talk. I float between. I nod. I smile. I hide. The world moves on, leaving me behind. I hide in plain sight, smile stitched over pain, every laugh a lie, every nod a shield. No one sees the cracks, the scars that whisper my name. Then it hits me. Out of nowhere. That panicked feeling again, a tremble in my limbs, a lump locked in my throat, acid rising. Scorching words that I'll never speak. Just lying here, willing the world to slow down. NF playing in my ears, his verses syncing with my thoughts. I'm paralyzed. Where is the real me? I'm lost, and it kills me inside. Every thought is a flash of lightning in a cloud too thick to see through. I don't even know what I feel. Just like I can't breathe. That I'm sinking beneath the weight of it all. Can someone save me now? Or must I learn to swim with stones in my pockets? My mind says take a walk. The therapist, she probably knows. But she doesn't know. I walk to the water, to dangle over the edge, to test how far I'll go. As I ask the river, is ready to catch me as I fall. Over days, I stay inside. I lock the door, I let silence slowly hold. The razor whispers louder than logic, etching pain into flesh until red lines bloom. Quiet scars that I hide beneath clothes and baggy sleeves. Then comes the silent poison. The vodka to blur the edges, the painkillers to hush the ache, spending to feel a flicker, eating to fill that void, the dopamine hits followed by guilt's cruel return. And so I lie in my bed, counting down the days, 2 days until I see the GP again. 2 days to keep on pretending that I'm okay. In reality, I'm tired all the time. Not that I need a nap kind of tired or the kind that coffee can cure, but it's the kind that sits on your chest, suffocating you, draining every last drop of energy, every ounce of joy, gone, stolen by pure exhaustion. Why do I feel this way? Well, maybe I'm just fed up with trying so hard to survive every day, to fight when I feel like dying. Because I know what happens if I don't. I know the pain it causes, so I carry on. I close my eyes. I smile. But it's not real. It's not true. It's a smile through gritted teeth, through reddened eyes. A mask that I wear to say, I'm okay. I'm fine. So I hide in the darkness. I wear a mask, a fake smile, and I learn to fit in. Losing a sense of who I am, or who I was. Is this it now?
this life now? How am I meant to be me when I just don't know how? The thoughts can spiral and suffocate. I reach grasping for someone, anyone, but the echo returns alone. I'm lonely even though I'm surrounded. In the month that followed after losing my dad, I wore a mask stitched with apologies. To please, to shrink, to disappear. I wore it around my friends and my family, so they wouldn't have to hear how loud my silence really was. I wore a mask that learned to nod, to say yes when I meant no, to carry pain so no one would know that I was drowning behind the show. In cracks of night, when the mirror caught me staring, not my face, but this weight that I was wearing, mask after mask,
Layer upon layer, I hide, I smile.